OK， 我们新游戏老兵大师，老兵了，大师估计受不了。是这样的，这个是2019，最新打过补丁的 Overhaul 的潜行者晴空，它跟目前估计是不能说市面上，应该市面上所有的这个就是这么用的，市面上所有的这个视频解说的这个版本都有所不同。那么这个 Redux 就是归乡归来，跟那个地铁归来这个用的词是如出一辙啊。
In actual fact, we have nothing to worry about. According to our research, the next emission will not occur for at least 2 months, 4 days, and 7 hours. Its intensity will be 3 on the Bergman scale, which is 2.13.
特写有点像杰洛特初代的那个脸，有点蛇眼的感觉。啊，藏到那个铁皮火车厢里面。
Without going into detail, I must say I have never seen anything like this before. The encephalogram suggests serious damage to the nervous system. The indicators couldn't be better. It's astounding. Perhaps it has something to do with the issue? Most certainly. Although so far I've been utterly unable to formulate a rational explanation for it.
在失去了conscious的意识之后，然后在一个潜行者基地的就是那个建筑物里面醒来了。你没事吧？太好了。晴空组织。
Welcome back to the world of the living, Stalker. How are you feeling?
他说问我感觉怎么样，我说感觉头蒙要裂开了，站住了。
Do you remember what happened to you?
他问我记不记得什么事情在我身上发生了？我记得带领一堆科学家通过沼泽，然后风暴。
In the joking mood, eh? That bodes well for your recovery. I'm Lebedev, the group leader, and I'm responsible for everyone here. That includes you, for as long as you're here. We call ourselves Clear Sky, and you are in our base right now. We picked you up in the swamps after the emission.
他说这个老头自我介绍来说，他负责这整个地区的管理和他们的人身安全，就包括我们自己。然后他是属于晴空组织的。
Lucky? I doubt it. The facts are these. You survived the emission. That's the first thing I still can't explain. The second thing is that our patrol found you in the swamps, which are essentially endless quicksand. And thirdly, you nearly got torn into shreds by a pack of pseudo-dogs. But our boys got you out just in time. Such a chain of events tells me it's more than just luck. Anyway.
这个老头是说，我们的这个成功躲避各个危险这个事情，并不是那么简简单单就可以解释得了的，这不是幸运这个问题可以解释得了的。我们先看一下为什么他说话并没有这个。很奇怪啊，他说话并没有他的字幕。我刚刚去看他设置，也没有发现有什么错误，只有一点阴影的错误。因为我把阴影这个怎么说呢 ，quality 质量调的不是那么高啊。但我们还是可以看到它这个纹理贴图的质量 和它这个分辨率已经比我们之前的这个Vanilla原生版本要好太多。好，我们现在出去看一看。连卡目标，行空指标。
опытный сталкер к своему джипу. Тут раз, рядом контролер. Сталкер, пошел вон отсюда, пока цел. Контролер обиделся. Ну, ты сдурел, что ли? Нужна мне твоя развалюха, что ли?
他是说他们这个营地非常隐蔽，在没有地图标志的时候很难找。我们一看到这个 Over 号版本的人物，他无论是服装的这个。
развалюха 100 лет, а сталкер свое огня.
L 是手电筒 Light，
Скажем, не угонишь, а вот нацарапать какую-то...
游戏时间1小时。
Так не смешно.
Хорошо.
这很奇怪啊，那我的任务呢？送还物品呢？哦，这个黄的是吧？看一下。OK， 那就是他所有的任务其实上都是标在这个对，我说话都是太快了，这个标在地图上面的。非常的方便，这样的话。
I see you. Hello, man. You became quite a legend while you were out of it. Even you wouldn't believe some of the rumors I've heard. Anyways, Here's a drink on the house for a lucky son of a gun. It should help you relax and tell me about your adventures. Because I'm just dying of curiosity.
都怪我该死的好奇心，没有什么可以告诉你的。就是我们发生的就是那些
Well then,
开场视频里的
you
事情。
drink and I'll tell you about this place. It
这里
used to be
曾
pretty
经
quiet
美丽
here.
而宁
We
静
had。the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swamps ain't exactly spring break material, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last emission, the biggest we've ever seen. These days our boys pray both to God and the devil before going out of the base.
过得如何
I was collecting bottles
过得
one
挺
after
好
another and
堆瓶子
they
一个
let
接
me
一个
here.，
他们安排我在这里，哈哈，我开玩
I'm
笑的。
kidding, man. Truth is, there was no place for me in that other world. It didn't want me. In our base. As you can see, it's a small, sinking farmstead in the middle of romantic,
出了基地
endless swamps.
我们
I
会
couldn't
看到
tell you
在
where
漫
it
无
is
边际的
exactly,
沼泽中，有
but
一
it's
些
the
小
last
农
place
做
in the
庄
zone
和
where you
建筑
can
物。
meet real people. Guys who won't screw you, stab you in the back, or let you bleed to death to save a med kit. You know why you've never heard of it? Because too many people want to know about it. And the fewer that do, the better. Lebedev is our leader. The man is a rock if ever I've seen one. He's the glue that holds our whole group together. Then there's Binpolev, Professor Binpolev. He's like a walking encyclopedia and a calculator
南
in
茶
one.
教授，
Knows more about the zone than... Well, anyway. Our technician's called Gray. He...
Cole, leave the mark alone with your dirty jokes. I need to see him.
Well, brother, if Lebedev says he needs to see you, that ain't up for a discussion. Go on, I'll catch you later. I suggest you go see Lebedev.
塔下有个箱子，里面藏着好东西。700。
Well, next time you're at the swamps, don't be a stranger.
好，这是它的这个收音机的声音太大了。喂，这哥们儿在哪儿呢？是这儿吗？3天没睡觉了。这哥们儿在这儿。
Got some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure. Let me fill you in on the situation. You're in the Clear Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that. Our mission is to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that humanity knows what it is facing here. Understanding is the key to coexisting with the zone. Because if you think about it, the zone is the most wondrous phenomenon humanity has been confronted with in its entire history. As I said, we are researchers.
他们只是研
We
究
are
员
trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions. That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat, but knowledge. Knowledge of the zone, accumulated over years of research. We know more about it than Stalkers and the government combined. And our research was finally shaping up into a sound, coherent picture until the massive emission a few days ago.
终于把研究成果制作成清晰连续的地图，应该是就是画图吧，就是我们大概 get a clear picture，就是我们大概搞清楚这个事情的缘由了。
No, that emission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, many strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to
它
survive.
就是说，在这个整个地图里面发生了一次奇怪的风暴，这个风暴使得整个地区产生了一次洗牌。第一个就是派系之间的洗牌，因为派系之间的微弱平衡被打破；另外一个就是说，之前可以去的地方，现在充满了辐射，而之前不能去的地方，就是非常特异的地区呢，却重新浮现在了人们的这个可以探索的这样一个可能性之内。
I see. How can I help you?
我还是想离开这里，我仍然可以走路和拿着枪。
Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and human scum. And I don't know which is worse. Only a guide can lead you safely out of here. We only have a handful of them, guys I would trust with my life without a second thought. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Because if I let you go, our presence here might not stay a secret for long.
他不想让我出去，因为害怕我暴露他的位置。
We are having a very tough time here recently. The emission reduced the number of anomalies in the swamps, which made the area easily accessible for bandits and other vermin. There are so many of them, they'll be setting up camp in our base soon if we don't do something about it. The problem is that we're not really the fighting type, so we've been steadily losing ground. But you, one look at you, tells me you're a pro at
他
that.
说我们是个高手，我们可以
Your
帮他
experience
解决
can
这个
save
问
the
题。
lives
因为
of
他们
many
现在的
of my boys.
parameter， 我们受到攻击。
That's enough chit-chat. There's been another attack on our outpost. Help us fight it off. If it makes any difference, some of the boys... Great. Get over to the trader and he'll fit you out with some basic equipment. After that, head straight to the outpost. Once you're outside the base, listen to my advice. I'll try to guide you along.
好的，我们去帮那个。
Trader, a fighter is on his way to you. Issue him with all the equipment he'll need for the mission.
Roger that.
Hurry, Mark.
"哇，你很帅啊，哥们儿！" 跟他这个画的并不太一样啊，就是说这个版本的所有的这个模型也都替换成更，也不能说更符合事实的吧，就是可能看起来更养眼一些。这个潜行者情况，2019的 Redux。
You're with us again? Glad to see. At last. Here,
获得
take this
现
basic
在获得
equipment.
枪，获得匕首，
It's
回声
designed
三个器。
specifically for patrol missions. I've been ordered to issue you some equipment. There's no time for questions. The boys need you now.
有个梯子，我们上去看一下。这个哨站是吧？记得这个，我看一眼这个建筑里面都有什么东西。这个宿舍一样的。厕所、水塔，这什么都没有。可以看 看小地图，这个红色就是我们要走的这个目标。
What you need, Stalker?
遮住你的眼睛，直到你到达那里。这么做是因为我们必须要保持线路的秘密。OK， 你就这么说，好吧？我感谢你啊。我们存一下档。这游戏已经都快忘了怎么用了。医疗箱、霰弹。Repair kit， 这个是修理工具，这个是 sleeping bag， 这是睡袋、绷带、抗辐射药、降低辐射药。电磁放射性污染。Stamina。这是服装状态 ，OK， 但是我怎么知道我的总重量啊？我可以背50公斤，我现在有10公斤的物品。看到这个鸡苗，很牛逼啊！我们怎么进站呢？把这个盖打开，有点东西在里面。
Mark, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
我们看下地图现在。哎 ，OK， 我们现在我们之前这个在这儿，然后我们到这儿了，到这一路左下角。天空的鸟和云，还有个太阳。哇，先存一下。哪个是 BOSS？ 这个是 BOSS。这个是无限的吗？
Oh, by the way, you can sometimes find artifacts in anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
我哪有 detector？ 我什么都看不见啊！哦，这个是吧？回声探测器0.3公斤，转换到神器探测模式时，将能神器显示出来。我怎么转换到 detector 呢？ 是我们要协助那个岗哨。哎，什么鬼？还会跑
Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
You're right on time, bro. I'm real low on ammo, so let's make the best of it together.
野猪在哪里？莫非野猪是那个蜘蛛？把这个版本改的有点屌啊！
Attention all fighters. An emission is approaching. Get to cover now!
What?我一脸懵逼，问这个列别杰克发生了什么事情？我们怎么就从传送到床上了吗？不会吧？哇，哥们儿，你竟然能走这么高，让我看一看。 哎，我的枪被他拿走了，不会吧？我操，这哥们把我枪拿走了！ 哇，这个游戏，这个补丁打的真屌！我拿走就拿走了，反正也不是什么，反正也不是什么值钱的东西。找一下列别杰夫。
You survived the emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Bien Polev was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms. Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several areas, to the point where our monitoring equipment goes off the scale. Wait, don't get too excited. There's always a fly in the ointment. Every emission harms your nervous system, and if this continues, you will die. A normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone, a discharge, if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, the increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever is beyond the Scorcher and further towards the center of the zone is taboo, a place where stalkers are not supposed to set foot. I think that recent events in the zone are related to the fact that someone broke that taboo and made it past the brain scorcher.
他就说这个区域好像它产生这些风暴，就像是人的免疫系统一样，在清除人类在这个地方的交互，就是这样做了这样的比喻。 焦脑器。
It's hard to say. To answer that question, I would need to know what's in the center of the zone. Some say the monolith, others say the wish crater. The more unpretentious ones dream about fields of rare artifacts. I was at the power plant myself, a young specialist at the time, but I don't know what's there now. What I can say is that the Scorcher appeared for a reason. It prevents the center of the zone from being reached. People cannot go beyond the brain scorcher.
他说焦脑器就是保护整个辐射区的中心不被人们接触的。
I didn't think so until the large emission. Hell, nobody thought so. However, if you consider the emissions to be a defensive reaction, then the answer is obvious. Someone made it through the Scorcher, and the emission was the zone's response. And since the emissions haven't stopped, whoever it was must still be alive. The zone is trying to get them, and it's killing everything that's alive in the I know a lot about the zone, but I can't share everything with you. You'll just have to trust me on some things. A system, any system, needs to be in equilibrium. The zone is unstable right now, and this instability is increasing. If the constant emissions aren't stopped, the zone will become so unstable that a new disaster will occur. Which brings us to what Clear Sky is doing. We are trying to prevent that disaster. You're right, but we do know how to prevent a disaster and stop the emissions, and that means something. We have to find out who was in the center of the zone and stop them at any price. There's a strange connection between you and the zone. On the one hand, every new emission gradually kills you. On the other hand, you survive in situations where others don't stand a chance. My gut feeling tells me that your abilities, your gift, your curse, call it what you will, they mean you can get through places that others wouldn't even dream of. And at the moment, we need to act very quickly.
为什么我们是主角呢？因为我们就是主角，是这个意思。
I knew you'd ask that. The answer is simple. If the emissions aren't stopped, your nervous system will burn out and you'll die.
OK， 这是救
Help
就可以
us
救自
and
己，
you'll save yourself.
救我们就可以救自己。
Now this may sound like unfortunately yes. So, will you help us? Then listen carefully. We have made use of all our contacts and connections in the zone. As a result, we know that a certain stalker at the cordon was asking Sidorovich about some very strange components. That's all we have for the moment. But it's a lead. Through the swamps, of course, how else? But remember what I said. After the emission, a whole army of all kinds of scum turned up in the area. Now they control almost everything. We are under siege, and I'm not exaggerating one bit. So before we can help you get to the cordon, we have to regain control of the swamps. And with your help, I think we should be able to do it.
OK， 通过沼泽恢复对沼泽控制，与向导去大沼泽。
Start talking, buddy.
那个家伙把我的枪给弄了，应该把他搞一下。狂人还在睡觉这个吗？
Your main guide is the objective section.
Контролер, ты на себя посмотри. Тоже мне принц прекрасный.
去找这个坐标中的背包，那里藏着给你的报酬。 OK，
Я со своей пушкой никогда не расстаюсь. Днем в руках держу. Сплю, она у
这个
меня
音乐
под...
太狂了。
Я с ней
Анекдот.
говорю даже. Ну, пускай
Старый
она
и молодой долго
мне может тысячу раз.
Stalker, what do you want?
We're there, so you can take your blindfold off. Don't you try to follow me, it won't work anyway. If you want to come back to the base, find one of the guys at the fishing hamlet.
他说要回去就是到那个 fishing hamlet。
Merc, it looks like you're at the Great Swamps now. Be extremely careful and don't try to be a hero. Check out your PDA. You should find the location of our squads there. I suggest you get yourself over to the fishing hamlet. That's where they are.
OK， 我们将要到这个地方。哦，枪啊，大哥 ！Holy fucking shit！ 那个人把我的那啥拿走了，喷子拿走了，就这样一把小枪。再存子档。这什么鬼？要打我吗？我直接跑了，是我太帅了。What the fuck？ 别吓我！哎，空的，裸体。古老的教堂，消灭敌人，什么鬼？他们在交火，但我看不出来谁和谁在交火。这是我们的人，绿色的箭头。对吧？有没有地方可以搜一下
What you need, Stalker?
任务取消，什么意思？
What's up?
Base, we've captured the target location.
绿色是不是就是我们的派系战略？刚才勤工组织反叛者派系力量。打不死啊，这个。What the fuck！ 这也太坑人了吧！一个这玩意儿耗这么多子弹，烧毁了农场。TDM。为什么打我呢？ 没血了。
Drop by our base sometime. We'll find a way to pay you back. That's a promise. Sit tight where you are.
这可以，这掉东西不错。哇，沙漠之鹰吗？不错呀，丰富。
What？
霰弹乘以3，送胶弹药，然后呢？将你取得物品汇总交给小队指挥官。将你取得物品汇总。
What's up？ Keep on guard.
What the fuck？ 什么意思？这游戏怎么这么……靠！怎么这么多人？没了吧？我靠，这个版本的有点搞笑，这个版本。
Squad, move out! But become bloodsucker food. Take this anymore.
牛逼！Old Church 古老的教堂，需要夺取并且坚守它。怎么还在流血？他们去夺教堂，我就跟他们去夺一下，看一下会怎么样。
Damn! They spotted us!
Ты труп! Нашего завалили!
敌人吗？
Прижми его! Мужики, у нас убитый! Ты покойник! Прижми его!
Прижми его!
是不是被占领了？他们指挥枪里面肯定还是有人的。
Ты покойник!
А я обойду!
Прикурите, я обойду!
那是不是太重了？
Stay down and wait!
Base, we've dislodged the enemy. Mark, we're ready to join the action on your command. Position captured. Over. Thanks for helping out. Come by our base when you get a minute. We'll return the favor.
哦，要去基地领赏。哎
So what is it that you...
把这些垃圾都卖给他。我没有足够的金钱，这么贵？哼！我花了400个钱买了一个那个什么
So
绷带。
what is it that you need?
好吧，这个游戏经济感觉也不会那么容易崩掉。 把这都搜刮一下，等一会儿把它都卖掉。再交易一下，
What's up, Stalker?
把他那个钱套出来。
Did you want something?
Yeah， 我需要你的钱。OK。
How much longer do I have to wait?
为什么28公斤我就跑不起来了吗？肯定不是这样。他们都不捡尸体，就我自己一个人捡。啊，这也是对的。如果他们跟我抢的话，我估计我要疯了。
What you need, Stalker? What are you waiting for?
哇，好多绷带，爽啊爽！
Stalker, what do you want?
Alright， 那我们就这个潜行者晴空 Redux 版初体验就到此为止，我们回来再录下一部的游戏。谢谢各位捧场。